Listen to what Allah says in the Qur'an about prying on your fears. He says, الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء والله يعدكم مغفرة منه وفضلا والله واسع عليم. The devil threatens you with the prospect of poverty and bids you to be shameful and bids you to do shameful deeds of stinginess, while Allah promises you forgiveness and great bounties from Him, and Allah is all bountiful, all knowing. The shaitan says to you, you're going to be poor, your family's going to be out on the street. If you keep doing this, what you're doing, you're going to end up losing your job. Look at your kids, look at your wife, look at your husband, look at your parents. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Go to the banks, get usury, get riba under any circumstance. Oh, more than that. Let's go and make a tobacco farm. Do you guys know why I mentioned that? This is in right now. Tobacco farms. And nicotine, which they put in vapes for young people to put toxicity and poison in themselves. And they do all these sorts of things in haram, stealing, theft, crime. Why? Because the shaitan makes you afraid. This is going to happen to me, that's going to happen to me. Where's the tawakkul? Tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means to seek halal provision. Not haram provisions, brothers and sisters. Speaking about tawakkul, I did say that there's something called tawakkul. Tawakkul and what? Tawakkul. Tawakkul means to put your trust fully in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do and exert every energy, every plan, summon every resource and every advice you can get and study all the ways and plan and rely on Allah no matter what the outcome is, even if you fail. However, there are people who have only tawakkul, which means they're doing little or nothing and they just rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The scholars, they said, reliance upon Allah without taking into account the laws of cause and effect is disobedience to Allah. It's ma'asiyah. And relying only on cause and effect without relying on Allah is shirk. It's polytheism. Because you're making things in life as gods. Maryam alayha salam, in the Qur'an in Surah Maryam, while she was giving birth in labor, she was in labor and giving birth under a palm tree. You know the story in Surah Maryam when she gave birth to Isa alayhi salam. Allah says, فَنَادَاهَا مِن تَحْتِهَا أَلَّا تَحْزَنِي قَدْ جَعَلَ رَبُّكِ تَحْتَكِ سَرِيًّا وَهُزِّي إِلَيْكِ بِجِذْعِ النَّخْلَةِ تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكِ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا فَكُلِي وَاشْرَبِي وَقَرِّي عَيْنًا. Allah says, and so while she was in labor under the palm tree, so a voice reassured her from below her. Do not grieve. Your Lord has provided a stream at your feet. Now listen, and shake the trunk of the palm tree, and shake the trunk of the palm tree. Shake the trunk of the palm tree towards you. It will drop fresh ripe dates upon you. So eat and drink and enjoy what Allah has given you. Did you guys realize something surprising here? What was it? Shake the trunk of the... You need an elephant, 2 elephants to shake the trunk of the palm tree towards you. This is not only not an elephant, she's a human, and she's a woman, and she's in labor, she's giving birth. Sisters have given birth? No. And she has to shake the trunk of the palm tree towards her. Can she? No, she cannot. She touched it. And Allah did the rest. But why did Allah still tell her to shake the palm? Why did Allah send the message through that voice to still shake the trunk of the palm tree? to teach us we still have to do our effort. Using our effort means that you are using Allah's resources, and tawakkul means to use what Allah gave you and to rely on Allah on the things you have no control over. That's why Allah brought this verse to us. Another example is Musa alayhi salam in Surah Al-Shu'ara verse 63. فأوحينا إلى موسى أن اضرب بعصاك البحر فأوحينا إلى موسى أن اضرب بعصاك البحر فانفلق فكان كل فرق كالطود العظيم. Then we revealed to Moses, commanding him, strike the sea with your rod. He had a stick, strike it. Thereupon the sea split up, and then each became like the mass of a huge mountain.
My beloved brothers and sisters, Shaitan's tactic to mislead humanity is often through fear of loss and poverty. He whispers doubts, discouraging generosity, and urging people to hoard wealth out of fear that they will not have enough. This mindset traps individuals in a cycle of scarcity, where they hesitate to invest, give in charity, or pursue wealth in halal ways. The Qur'an explicitly states, Shaitan threatens you with poverty and orders you to immorality, while Allah promises you forgiveness from Him and bounty. This verse highlights how Shaitan manipulates fear to weaken faith and block the path to prosperity. In contrast, Allah encourages believers to strive for wealth and success through lawful means while maintaining trust in Him. Wealth, when earned ethically, is a tool to support oneself, uplift the community, and earn Allah's pleasure. Islam places great emphasis on using wealth to help others through zakat and sadaqah, promising immense rewards for generosity. Allah says, "Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan, so He may multiply it for him many times over?" This verse reinforces that Allah not only wants you to have wealth, but also assures that giving leads to greater returns, both spiritually and materially. To overcome Shaitan's false promises, believers must strike a balance between faith and action. Trusting Allah's provision requires effort, working hard, seeking knowledge, and managing finances wisely. Islam teaches that wealth is a blessing and a responsibility. By keeping intentions pure and relying on Allah, you can break free from the chains of poverty and achieve a life of fulfillment. Remember, Allah's promises are true, and He provides for those who place their trust in Him while actively seeking His bounty.